There's like one black person in there clapping it, and you're just like, fuck! We were almost there!
Your first special?
My first special.
And how long have you been doing comedy?
16 years. This month marks 16 years.
Yo, how y'all doing? I'm all right. Good. I've been doing a lot of soul searching lately, and I came to the conclusion that my favorite television show is Grey's Anatomy.
I'm a little nervous, excited, but I think if you have the butterflies, that means you give a shit. So I've always had that ever since I was a kid, like the pre-show jitters. I did a New Year's Eve show in front of 900 people in Schenectady, New York, and I noticed how they were laughing at setups. And I was like, okay, well, I feel like I got something. This is like a wide swath of people. I was like, wow, it felt really good. And it just showed like the work that I was doing was paying off. And it's just time to stop being precious with my material and just be a little more front facing and just contribute something to the game. Yes, it's so great to be here. I'm so happy you guys are here. Oh my goodness. Have you guys ever been on hold with Verizon for so long that you thought you were gonna kill yourself? Like you're not gonna do it, but you just think about it. You're just like listening to that music on hold for so long and it's just droning on and on. You just think, I've had a pretty good life. I felt the loving touch of a woman that wasn't my mom's or a family member's. I could end it, you know? But you don't kill yourself, you don't do it. You just gotta stay on hold. And I had to do that because my mom, she needed a new cell phone. It was under warranty and she deserved it. I need my mom to be able to yell at me in 5G. Like, you know, I need to know if the Amazon Prime order was good. If the avocados aren't good, I'm not a good son. That's how it works. Because I have to hear about it. But I'm so happy that you guys are here. Just here, live entertainment. You're here and just not on the internet for just a minute, you know? Because people on the internet, they annoy me sometimes. People on the internet try to make you feel like they're better than you because they know something that you don't know or they're doing something that you're not doing. One time this guy on Twitter wrote this post and I felt like it sounded like this. On this day in 1838, Frederick Douglass escaped from slavery. What did you do with your day? I had to think about it. I was like, oh man, what did I do with my day? Like that day, I had a lemon poppy seed muffin. And I played NBA 2K on PlayStation. Why are you trying to make me feel bad for having a normal day? Like I feel like Frederick Douglass and the people of his ilk made sacrifices so that if I worked hard all day, I could eat a pastry probably shouldn't be eaten. And I could play a video game where I can control digital versions of black dudes that my family can actually be proud of. I should be able to do that without being judged. It's so much judgment. People fight all the time. People fight all the time on the internet. I have a friend, all he does is argue with people. He was arguing with this racist dude one time. Racist dude said to him, "Why don't you go back to Africa?" My friend wrote back, "Hey man, I'm from Maryland. So why don't you shut the fuck up, you mayonnaise-eating piece of shit?" And I'm looking at this exchange on my phone and I say, are black people not supposed to be eating mayonnaise? I didn't know. I didn't get the memo at the last meeting. I didn't know. It's a nice condiment, right? I don't abuse it. When I was a little kid, my mom used to make these great roast beef sandwiches, put a little mayo on it, slice up an apple, give me a juice box. Now I gotta choke on sandwiches just to be woke. It's not fair. People judge your blackness all the time too. Like they say, you're not black enough if you don't do this. You're not black enough if you don't do that. Look, I'm black. I'm proud to be black. I would never change it. I have not been to Target in 8 months. Because they said don't go. At the last meeting, they said don't go. Nobody has the Colgate refills that only Target has it, and I have been without. I've sacrificed. I saw Sinners twice. Right? Like you have to see, like I had to see because I love movies. I love movies. But then I said, you know, Ryan Coogler did this 10-minute video about why you should see the movie in 70 millimeter IMAX. I said, I love Ryan Coogler. I gotta go see this. And came here to New York City, Lincoln Square Theater, 70 millimeter IMAX. It was beautiful. It was so beautiful. I'm watching it, and there's this one scene where people are picking cotton, and it just looks so real that I almost got up and like started picking it. I almost put my chicken tenders down and just like said, I gotta make my quota. I gotta help these guys. These are my people. I gotta help. Traveling, I don't know where the world I've been. All right, sorry. Oh, what a great movie. That made white people mad too. White people on the internet got mad. Yeah, it was all right. It's not that good. Minecraft was good too. Like, all right, Jesus. Okay. Oh man. I don't know. I love movies. Like I'm black though. I'm black, proud to be black. I'm black in the way that I've seen movies like Menace to Society a lot of times. But I've probably seen Save the Last Dance a few more times. It's just a better movie. It ends better. Nobody black dies. The black dude goes to college. He's gonna become a doctor. And you can judge me all you want. But if you don't get emotional when Julia Stiles and her stunt double dance their way into Juilliard, you have a robot heart. And you need to get that checked out. I can't do it for you. That's the therapy you need. I don't know, how are things here in New York? Like, are you all back in like offices now, or what's going on? Are you working remote? Some people here and there, do you have jobs? I'm just trying to, I don't know, in this climate. I'm just saying, I used to work in an office, and an office is a place where your hopes and your dreams get sucked out of your soul and put on a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. Like once those dreams are gone, they're gone forever because it's on a read-only file. Have you guys ever been at a job that you hate and you're sitting there in your cubicle and you just wonder, how did I get here? What butterfly effect led me to get to this place? I studied. I was in the National Honor Society and I'm still here. And you gotta go to meetings and you talk like a person you never thought you would become. Oh, I think if we get those Hartwell files uploaded to the FTP site, everything will be great and we'll have bagels on Friday. And you just realize that the 8-year-old inside of you is crying into a baseball glove. And if you're a woman, the little girl inside of you is trying to stick her head into an easy bake oven, but she can't because her head's too big, so she just like rams it into the door until she cuts her head and just bleeds out. I like to start off shows dark and then see how far I can go, just to win you back. I just want to test the waters, just to see. I remember one time it was really quiet in the office until one of my coworkers yelled out, "I want to kill myself!" And for a good 5 minutes, I wondered what it would be like if she killed herself. Because if she killed herself in the office, we would get so many days off. Without having to use any PTO days. I was just thinking about all the cool stuff I could do. I could get my tires rotated, get a root canal, just anything to not be there. And I woke myself out of this daydream and I said to her, no, don't kill yourself. You have so much to live for. She doesn't, but I just said it anyway, just to make her feel good. But you gotta make money. You gotta make money. Do you guys worry about money here in New York? Yeah? Some of you are like, no, peasant. Continue with your jokes while we drink mead. Go. All right, sure. Okay. No, I worry about it. It's just one of those things, like if you ever had one of those weeks where you're just like, I had a good week. I'm gonna celebrate. I'm gonna go to the grocery store and get some raisins for my oatmeal. And you go to the grocery store and you said, you know what? I'm not getting store brand. I'm going Sun-Made. And you get the large pack. It's like $17. And then there's only 15 raisins in it. And it's just like, you're like, damn you, Sun-Made! You know, all right. That's my attack at Big Raisin. No, but you ever have those weeks where it's like a Tuesday and you look at your account on your phone and you're just like, all right, doing pretty good. This weekend, I'm hanging out with some friends. Then you get to Thursday and it's that automatic debit. Everybody has one. You know it's coming, but you don't know when. For me, it's Easy Pass. And you look at your phone and you see that Easy Pass took out $315 that you weren't expecting. And you look at it and you start singing Negro spirituals. It doesn't matter what race you are, you look at it, you're just like, oh, Lord. You know, like one of those songs that they play in a movie that they only show in February? Some of you know your history. All right. How do you feel about America now? Do you feel like we're back as a country? Is America back? No. Someone's saying no. It's like, I feel like we're back, but we're just back on our bullshit. We're just back on just treating each other like shit. We don't care. I was away from my family during COVID for a year and a half. I didn't see my parents for a year and a half. And I didn't really hang out with anybody. And I just thought to myself, okay, while I'm here, I'm gonna try to be a better person. Like, I'm working on being a better person, but people get in the way of me trying to be a better person. And I said to myself that one of my most favorite things to do is to go to the movies. I love going to the movies. And when they let us go back, I was excited. And I got my snacks ready, and I get in line to pay for them. And I see this guy at the counter. He's the attendant. And I said, I'm going to connect with that guy. And I see him, he's got all these receipts. And it's like he's drowning in all these receipts. And I say to him, hey, it's a lot of receipts you got there. A couple more, it'll almost be as long as one CVS receipt, huh? Nice little dad joke, nothing crazy. See how you guys chuckled a little bit? There's a little dad joke, nothing crazy, Nothing from that guy. Fucking nothing. I was like, fuck you, dude. Going back into my cocoon, asshole, We don't know how to communicate anymore. I don't know what it is. Like, I was at Best Buy the other day. I'm not bragging. I was at Best Buy, and I was in line, and I was standing behind this adorable elderly woman. She was buying a pair of walkie-talkies, and she says to the cashier, she says, my husband and I, we have an RV, and we travel all the time, and we have these walkie-talkies, and we just like to stay connected all the time. And the cashier said, oh, that's great. And she said, you know what? My husband's best friend, he cuts down trees for a living, and he doesn't use a walkie-talkie. He just uses his cell phone. Well, one day he went out to cut down some trees, and he left his cell phone and his tractor. And he went out there, and a tree fell on him. So I guess his cell phone didn't do him any good, huh? Bye. And she just leaves. She doesn't finish the story. I'm never gonna see that lady again. Like, you're leaving me with these emotional blue balls. What happened to that guy? It's like one of those like late 90s, early 2000s hip hop R&B videos where they tell you it's gonna be to be continued and they never give you one. What happened to Tyrese? One moment he's arguing with his girlfriend, and then the next he's flying into space with Ludacris in cars. Come on, there's gotta be some kind of, all right, just me, that's what So I'm getting older. I turned 45 this year, and I don't mind it. I don't mind getting older. I actually like it. I noticed, though, the older I get, the less excited I am about just things that I used to be excited about when I was younger, Like, people are like, let's go out to the club. I'm like, that was fun in my 20s. Now I'm just excited to get a new flannel from Duluth Trading Company. Just like, that's all, I'm gonna kill him when this shit comes. Watch out, ladies, Just get excited. A couple months ago, I had some shows in Long Island, and I wanted to get there early because of the traffic, and I got there pretty early. And I said, you know what, before my shows, I'll just go see a movie. And I pulled into the strip mall where the movie theater was, and I see in this strip mall a TJ Maxx and a Marshalls together. And I literally said to myself, oh shit, I'm about to get some candles. I don't know if you know it or not, but TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Home Goods, they all have great discounted candles. My favorite brand is Sand and Fog. See how one of the ladies got really excited? Like, woo! Fellas, step your game up, I'm telling you. And I said, okay, I'm gonna get some candles. I'm just gonna be good though. I'm gonna get 2. And one 2-wick Sand and Fog candle costs you about $8. And I said, I'm just gonna pick 2. And I'm in this candle section, smelling these candles, looking like a ex-defensive lineman, just like in the aisle, just like, oh my God, I love how this pomegranate matches up to this cedar wood. I didn't know you could do that, that's incredible. And I picked some candles. And as I'm getting ready to leave to pay for it, I'm turning away and I see this large Sand and Fog candle. $24, 7 wicks, right? Think about that aroma filling your place. It's just beautiful. And I said, oh my God, I can't do that. That's too much. I can't do that. Fuck it, my birthday's next week. Let's do this. I spent almost $50 on candles. So wow, this is a new me. So a couple days later, I go out on a first date with this woman. And we go out, we're hanging out in Brooklyn, dinner, drinks, kiss her goodnight, drive her home, touch on her a little bit. With her consent. I'm a consent guy, totally consent. All right. We have a great night, and the next day, she texts me. She sends me a text message, and she says, hey, Chris, can I tell you something? I said, sure, whatever you want. And she said, the whole time at dinner last night, all I could think about was sitting on your face. And I wrote back, why didn't you say something about that last night? We could have took care of that. She said, no, I don't want to be inappropriate. I don't want to be inappropriate. I was like, look, we're adults. We can take care of that whenever you want. Why was I slightly more excited about those candles? She eventually sat on my face. We had a great time, but 7 wicks, 7! Oh, man. Good time. So I'm dating now, and I was in a relationship that lasted almost a year, and we broke up. It sucks, because I still miss her, but instead of just like folding into myself and just becoming a sad guy, I'm putting myself out there, and I'm just trying to find new experiences and meet somebody. And I was talking to my mom about dating, and she said, well, where do you meet these people? I said, well, Mom, you just meet them on your phone sometimes if you don't meet them in person. Like, it's like a dating app. And she said, I don't believe in that. I said, well, there's nothing to believe. It's not a cult. It's just an efficient way to meet people. God, everybody needs somebody, Everybody needs an emergency contact. Everybody needs it. You can't be 45. Yeah, just call my mom. Something happens. Just call her up. She'll take care of it. All of that dawned on me when I had to get a colonoscopy. Yeah. Everybody's got to do it. And I remember being at the doctor's office at 6 in the morning, and I was standing in line, standing behind this middle-aged dude that just looked like he was excited to be there. And I'm just thinking to myself, why do you have going to Disney World energy at a colonoscopy clinic? That just doesn't, whatever. He's standing there, and the nurse comes out, and she says, sir, how are you getting home today? And he said, my wife's gonna take me. And that kind of bummed me out, because I didn't have anybody. And the nurse said to me, sir, how are you getting home? I'm just gonna take a Lyft. Got me sad, and then that dude's probably gonna go home with his wife. They're gonna probably have breakfast or something. I'm gonna get picked up by a guy named Jeff in a Jeep Liberty, and gonna be a quiet ride because he knows where he picked me up from, you know? I don't know, I'm just trying to figure it out though. Like, cause I had been, for so long, I'd been like trying to pursue my dreams and all that bullshit and like not really experiencing love like I should have been and not trying to like be in relationships. And now I feel like I'm ready. Like my last relationship made me feel like I'm ready to do this. And it was a good relationship while it lasted, but I just feel like I'm there. And it's like some women, not all, some are ready to fight when I'm ready to love. And they just have their guards up. They have their guards up. And I remember going out on a second date with this woman. I pick her up. She goes to one of my shows. I fucking kill it. And then we go out to dinner. And we're having dinner. And it's like a nice night. And the lights are really dim. And then there's like candlelight. And I said, wow, she looks really beautiful under the candlelight. And I thought I'd say that to her. And I said, wow, you look really beautiful under the candlelight. And she said, what do you mean I look good under the candlelight? What are you saying? Without the candlelight, I don't look good? What are you saying? And I never saw her again. It's crazy. Like you match with people. I matched with this one woman who looked great. She looked hot. She looked like a woman straight out of King magazine. And I know one guy who's made a noise. One goon who made a noise, one creep. We're all in it together. We'll talk about it at the show. But she was gorgeous. And if you don't know what King magazine is, Google it after the show and have yourself a good time. She was hot. And she lived like 15 minutes away from me. And we start talking on the app. And I say to her, wow, it looks like you live really close to me. Why don't I get, look up some restaurants or something and we'll meet up. And she said, oh, do you want to hook up? I was like, yeah, sure, we can do that. I'll find a place. And she said, no. I'm here to fuck. I'm not here for that kid shit. What are you here for? I'm not here for that kid shit either. And she was like, fine, give me your banking info and get on WhatsApp. I was like, oh man, she's fake. Really fake. That sucks. Then sometimes you have a magical night with somebody. I matched with this woman. She was a nurse. We go out to dinner. But before we went out to dinner, we had a phone conversation. And I just noticed her vibe was we were just really vibing with each other. And she said, do you play video games? And I said, will you marry me? And she said, do you play Mario Kart? I was like, no, not really. I don't play Mario Kart. And she said, I'm gonna beat your ass. And I said, let's go to dinner tomorrow. And we're out at dinner, have dinner, drinks, having a great time. I'm driving her to her car. I go to kiss her goodnight, and we just start going at it. Just like going crazy on each other. Just like, oh, it's great. And I say, it was amazing. And she said, your car's too small. I have a Honda Accord. But she said, your car's too small. Let's get in my SUV. And we got in the back seat of her SUV and we continue to go at it. And the SZA Deluxe album is playing. That's my favorite album of all time now. And we're just going at it, having a great time. And it was a magical night. And I never saw her again. And it was just like, man, damn. I'd be lying to you if I said that I didn't go on the internet to look up matching Mario Kart joysticks. But I did. But sometimes, though, it's amazing, though, how you can just connect with people like that. Like, you can just be on your phone, and you can just be looking on your phone, and you see someone, and you say, wow, I would love to see those titties in person. And then you match, and you get to see those titties in person. You can't look at them the whole night. You got to look at her in the eye and actually have a conversation with her. Yes, I did love that Celine Dion documentary on Amazon. Yeah, it was great. I don't know if it was as good as the Megan Thee Stallion doc, but they were both windows into each of their souls. And you have a great time with this person, and you keep talking to them every day. You keep talking to them every day, and you connect, you go out some more, you have a great time, and then one day you find yourself on a Friday night in central New Jersey, in the middle of nowhere, at a strip mall, in a paint and sip, having the time of your life. Have you guys ever done this? Have you ever been to a paint and sip? Oh my God, it's amazing. I didn't know. I just thought that was something they did on an episode of Insecure. I didn't know. It was great, and you're in there. I was in there, like I was taught by this woman that just graduated from Rutgers. She didn't really want to be there. She'd rather be animating a movie or a video game, but she was really patient and she was kind, and I'm in there painting like snow-capped mountains, birds flying all over the place, beautiful sunset, and I'm in there with my girlfriend, having a great night. I didn't look at my phone for 2 hours. And I was just like, wow, this is great. I made this beautiful art. And this was a great time with my girlfriend. I'm gonna take this to my mother. I'm gonna give this to her for Mother's Day. And I take it to my mom. I said, Mom, happy Mother's Day. And she looked at it and said, what is this? Like, it's a winter wonderland, Mom. I'm an artist. The next time I went to go see her, the fucking painting was hanging upside down. I was like, can't you see the sun is not, fuck. My last relationship, it taught me a lot, because I didn't really start pursuing dating because I think I was probably too immature. And I was afraid to get hurt. And now I'm just kind of ready to just experience. I don't care anymore. Like a good woman will do that. Like I cried in front of my ex. Have you ever cried in front of a woman that wasn't your mom? That's a no. Somebody said no. Yep. I don't know. Like because people talk about the toxic masculinity all the time, and I think I'm a nice guy, but I think I have that shit too. Every guy has it. I remember like when I first started dating, seriously, I met this woman. She was a divorcee, and we matched, and we were talking on the phone. She didn't tell me she was divorced until we talked on the phone. And she said, you know what, Chris, I'm a divorcee, and I'm trying to get married again. And I said, well, would you like to have dinner first? You know, like maybe talk, see how it goes. Maybe we could talk about that later. And we go out and said, I want to impress this girl. I said, you know what, I took her to this off-Broadway play, and it later would win the Pulitzer Prize. I just said, this is gonna be an impressive date. I'm taking her out to dinner and a play. This is gonna be awesome. And my favorite actor's up there, William Jackson Harper, terrific actor. And he was just acting his ass off. And then as the play went on, I started to feel like this guy's character was kind of a little bit like me, and I started getting emotional. And I was like, I cannot cry in front of this woman. And with my girlfriend, I remember being on the couch with her. We were just making out, and she was sitting on my lap, and we're just gazing into each other's eyes. And I asked her, I said, why do you love me? And she said, my heart was waiting for someone like you to come in my life and love me. And I was just like, just like that little one Denzel tear came. I was like, oh shit, this is love. That's love. Like you hear songs, like you know what these songs mean, but you hear them, and then when you're in love, you hear them for the first time. Yeah, that Tamia song where she's like, I really like what you've done to me. You know that song? That song came on, I just started crying. I was like, fuck, I'm in love. And she broke my heart, and bought her a North Face coat, and I hope she's warm in the winter. So that's how that goes. All right. Do you guys ever wonder if you're doing life right? All the time. Like, thank you for admitting that. Because sometimes I feel like I'm the only one. I wonder about it sometimes because I'm 45, I'm not married, I don't have any kids. And I see people around me in my family that have it, my friends and stuff, and I just wonder, am I actually doing this right? And that kind of dawned on me when I talked to one of my best friends. I've known him since first grade, and I was calling to wish him happy birthday. And everything was going great until we got interrupted by his 4-year-old daughter at the time. And he's talking to me on the phone. He's like, oh, yeah. Hey, hold on a second, Chris. Hold on a second. Hold on. All right. Hey, honey, what are you doing? You making daddy a birthday cake? Oh, my God, you're so sweet. Look at that powder on your face. Wipe that powder off. Did mommy tie your apron too tight? She does that sometimes, huh? Let daddy fix it. All right, baby. Go back in the kitchen. Daddy will be there in a bit. I'm on the other end listening to this, crying. My best friend, already a great guy. His wife and his kids made him an even better person than he already was. I'm thinking to myself, I don't have anything. I just have a PlayStation 5. I remember the day that I got that PlayStation 5. It was a pandemic PlayStation. I'd been trying for months and months to get one until one of my friends, she said, hey, Chris, I know you're looking for a PS5. This is what you do. You get on the Target app. This was before the boycott. You get on the Target app, put your credit card info in, 10 a.m., you'll get one. I promise you. I did everything she said. I'm pressing the button. Finally get one. Only thing is, it's an hour and a half away from me, this Target. It's in Burlington, New Jersey, 90 minutes away. And I called my boss at the time. I said, hey, Pam, there's been a family emergency. I got to take a half day. I will see you tomorrow. I hang up the phone. I race down to Target, and I'm like, whew. My name is Chris Lamberth. I'm here to pick up my PlayStation 5. Okay, sir. It's in the back. I'll go get it for you. And, sorry. Wow, it's like it just happening right now. She brings it out to me, and she puts it in my arms, and I walk it to the car, and I put it in the back seat, put the seatbelt around it, and it's been with me ever since. A couple days later, I'm at home, I'm working, and I hear this noise outside. This is like banging outside. And I go to the window, and I see it's this woman, and she's yelling. She says, I've given you everything! Why can't you just listen to me? She's yelling at a 6-year-old kid. And I say to myself, that kid's gonna need therapy. Then I say to myself, maybe I'm good, maybe I'm all right. I could just add more memory to my PlayStation, play some more games. If I really want to learn how to be a dad, I could just replay The Last of Us. Joel knew what he was doing, he was right. Oh, man. So I want to talk about my dad. My dad, Aubrey Lamberth, he passed away about 3.5 years ago. And he was my best friend. He was a great dude. He was the best. He was there when I did great things, when I achieved stuff. He was there in some of my lowest moments. One moment in particular, I was about 10 years old, and I was taking Taekwondo, and I wanted to quit. And my parents have already put too much money in it, so they weren't gonna let me quit. But I remember the day that I wanted to quit. I was at my aunt's house, in her bathroom, crying in my karate uniform, which is the total antithesis of everything Taekwondo stands for. I'm in there crying like, I don't wanna do this, I wanna quit, I don't wanna do this no more. And my dad comes in from his second job. He used to change tires at Montgomery Ward. He comes in the bathroom, he looks at me, he's like, Chris, stop crying. You quit at this, you'll quit at everything else in life. All right, son, look, if you get your black belt in a couple months, I'll buy you those Jordans that you wanted. I was like, okay, yeah. It's easy to bribe a 9-year-old, 9, 10-year-old. It's easy. I was like, yeah, let's do it. Fine, all right. Like back then, like Jordans are still popular now. But back then in the 90s, people used to kill each other for Jordan sneakers. I'm not saying I want somebody to kill me for my sneakers, but I want to feel like somebody might. Just, that's just a joke. I'm just playing. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. And I said, okay, sure, let's do it, Dad. And I remember training with one of my buddies who had gotten his black belt before me. And the time comes, we go to Falls Church, Virginia. Hundreds of kids from all over the Maryland, D.C. area. You do your Taekwondo, you do your forms, all that cool stuff. And at the end, they make you fight somebody. They put me up against a girl. I beat the shit out of that girl. Like, whooped her ass, just like, man, she's fine. We had on equipment, headgear, chest plate. She's probably a dentist somewhere in Northern Virginia. She's good, she's totally fine. And I get my black belt, and I go up to my dad, and I said, Dad, did you see me? I got my black belt, did you see me? Chris, you kicked her in the head, man. I never saw you get your leg up that high. I said, Dad, you never promised me Jordans, so. Sometimes I think about that woman, that girl, well, she's a woman now, but I think about that girl that I beat. I don't think she's a dentist. I think she's a prosecutor that sends black dudes to jail because of what I did to her, you know? I used to like travel all through the South with my parents, and like my dad would walk into a store and there'll be like a grocery store, and he'd see another black guy and they do the nod to each other. And I would say to my dad, Dad, did you know him? And he said, no, I don't know him, but I know him, you know? And if you walk in and you see another black person that doesn't do that, like, you know not to fuck with that guy. Like, that guy is not cool. Like, black people, we get it. Like, if somebody black messes up on TV, and you see him on the news, and like, you look at you at work and be like, huh, Kanye, huh? What are you gonna do about it? It's like, I don't know him. Talented guy, might need to take some meds. I don't know. Nobody comes to you and says, Kyle Rittenhouse, why did you stop him, huh? Nobody's gonna do that to you. They're just not gonna do that. I wanna tell you about a time though, when, I wanna tell you a time about when you ever embarrass yourself in front of a stranger? Okay, some of you said yes, some of you are perfect, never made a mistake in your life. All right, okay. I remember, okay, so 2018, Spike Lee had this movie called BlacKkKlansman. And I remember seeing it at an advanced screening, and I said to myself, wow, that was great. I'm getting this on Blu-ray. So a week later, I have a show in this town called Pleasantville, New York. Pleasantville is in Westchester. It's home to one of my favorite movie theaters, the Jacob Burns Film Center. They have like great art house movies. I love it. And I said, well, great. Before my show, I'll go see a movie. And I settled on this movie called Juliet Naked. It's not a porno. It's it's not a porno. It's a rom-com starring Ethan Hawke and Rose Byrne. I love Rose Byrne. I pay to watch her read the phone book. She's great. And so I go to the theater and get my snacks. I get my ticket, and there's only one other black person in the theater. It's just one young woman. She's about 20 years old. She's working there. And she sees me, and she gets excited. And she looks at me and she says, Sir, BlacKkKlansman is in Theater 4. And I had to tell this young queen that I wasn't there to see, but I saw it already. I'm getting it on Blu-ray. What else could I do? Shit. And I was just like, I'm not here to see BlacKkKlansman. I'm here to see Juliet Naked. And the look on her, she looked at me like she invited me to a cookout and I brought potato salad with raisins in it. She was so upset. You know, like black people in here, like you ever seen one of those documentaries where it's like white people in it and they're just doing like crazy shit and you're just looking at it like, man, these white people are crazy. I am glad that there's no black people in it. And then you get to like 2 minutes left in the film and they do like this wide shot of the congregation and there's like one black person in there clapping it and you're just like, fuck! We were almost there! We were at the goal line and you ruined. Just, okay, that's just how I see it. Some of you might be saying, Chris, I don't know what's wrong with raisins in the potato salad. Don't do that shit. Don't do that. All right. I want to leave you with this. I want to tell you about the time that I met one of my childhood heroes, Spike Lee, at the Apple store in Soho, not far from here. This was 2008. And before I tell you that, I got to tell you this. I'm not famous, but I've done some cool shit. I've been on TV, been on HBO, been on Netflix. I was in an Oscar-nominated movie called Can You Ever Forgive Me with Melissa McCarthy. I had a small part. I played an exterminator. One of the coolest moments of my life was I got to take my mom and dad to the theater to see me in that movie. Right, yeah, it was cool. All the sacrifice that they made to get me to this point, and it was very cool. It was very humbling to do that. And I was also on Broadway. Yeah, right. I didn't have any lines though. But it was a play called The Lehman Trilogy. It got nominated for 8 Tonys. It won 5 of them. I had nothing to do with it. But it was a great experience. It was directed by Sam Mendes, who directed American Beauty, Road to Perdition, all these great movies. Married to Kate Winslet at one point. That's probably his biggest credit. But he was married to her for a little bit. And he never talked to me. But he did talk to me one time. He was blocking the final scene of the play. Everybody was in it. The whole cast was in it. And he's a British guy. He was telling everybody where to stand. And he was saying, you over there, you just move over there and stand. Yes, great. Then he points at me and he says, you're perfect. And I said to myself, holy shit, I fucking made it! I made it! 20 years before that, the first date that I ever had with a real live woman, I took her to TGI Fridays and we went to see American Beauty. We had a great time. And 20 years later, I'm in the theater with this dude. It was amazing. It's like when people said, oh, he's not gonna make it. He's gay. Not that there's anything wrong with being gay, but I'm not gay. But your own family will say that shit to you. They say he's just gonna wash dishes when he moves to New York. He's not gonna do it. My dad never said anything like that. He always believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. My dad, the only time he just questioned me, he was like, you know, if you played football, girls would like you. And I said, well, there's girls in the drama club, Dad. And he was like, all right, okay, all right, you're good. I'll support you. And so, it was really cool. It was really cool to get to do that. And so I've done some cool things, and I'm happy that you guys are here. It's really humbling to do that. That you guys are here. It makes me feel really good. So I got to tell you, this happened in 2008. This was back when I still had hope. Back when I believed that good things could happen to halfway decent people. Spike Lee was one of my childhood heroes. And I know now, like, you see him at Knicks games and he dresses like Diane Keaton. If Diane Keaton were a Knicks fan, but like, incredible filmmaker, one of the greatest artists of all time. So this was 2008, back when I still had hope. I was doing this off Broadway production of A Raisin in the Sun in Hackensack, New Jersey. I was a good Walter Lee. I don't know why y'all laughing. That was good. Shit. I had real pain when Bobo took that money. And it was a good show, but the director couldn't pay us, and sometimes he would feed us. One time he bought us Popeyes between two shows, and I was like, I don't know, this is really, if I should be eating Popeye's chicken in between. I'm doing this black show, and I'm eating them. I don't want to get the itis in between shows and not give a good, but anyway, so 2008, and so this is around the time I'm doing this show, and one of my friends, she texts me, and she says, hey, Chris, I know you love Spike Lee. He's gonna be at the Apple store in Soho this week. You should go. I was like, oh my God, yeah, I should go. I should do this. Spike Lee's my hero. He's indirectly the reason I'm standing in front of you all right now. And that little kid inside of me just got excited. That little kid inside of me was just like, this is my moment. Time to believe I can achieve all my dreams. If I just meet Spike Lee. So I go to the Apple store in Soho. Thanks, guys. Thank you. There's hundreds of people there. Whoopi Goldberg's there. She's moderating the event. And they play a couple clips from the movie. So this movie's called Miracle at St. Anna. It's a 2008 film based on a novel about this all-black regime during World War II. And they show some clips from the movie. There's this one character, this really big black guy, a part that I could have played, but they didn't know me then. And then after they play the scenes, they open up the floor to questions. And I get in line to ask a question. And I'm standing behind this kid. And this kid says to Spike Lee, he says, Spike, I'm a storyboard artist. Do you ever use storyboards to make your movies? Sure, kid, of course I do. Give me your card. I was like, oh shit. This kid's dreams are coming true right in front of me. I got 2 copies of my headshot and resume. Let's do this. And I get the mic and I'm nervous, I'm shaking. I'm like, Spike, my name is Chris Lamberth. I'm an actor. I have a master's degree in theater and I'm ready to work for you whenever you need me. Oh, what school did you go to? I went to the theater conservatory at Roosevelt University in Chicago, sir. Oh, never heard of it. The whole crowd, 300 people, start laughing at me. I wait till they shut the fuck up. And I said, perhaps all of you will hear of it one day. Like I was a supervillain. Because in that moment, I was gonna kill Spike Lee. Perhaps all of you will hear of it one day. Right after I said that, Whoopi Goldberg, she smiled and nodded at me as if to say, that kid's got gumption. She didn't say that, but I felt like she did, because she was in Ghost, you know? And I got to ask Spike a question. I'd asked him about how he prepared for the movie, because at the time it was the biggest film he'd ever done. And he gave me this really good answer. And when he was done, I said, Spike, can I give you a copy of my headshot and resume? All right. Then his sister, Joie Lee, who played Denzel's wife in Mo Better Blues, came around the corner, took my headshot and resume, looked at it and said, that was 17 years ago. And haven't heard from them since. So I guess the moral of that story is to never meet your heroes. And I probably should have just saw Eagle Eye, the Shia LaBeouf movie that opened that same week. That's my time, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Thanks.